So, Ken, tell me how did this come about? Did you ever think that you'd be in a Brahmas jersey?
Actually, Fonger called me last year. I think you guys were struggling at one point. I don't know if you had injuries but I just told him, Shreveport has a team, and that's where my heart is, and I can't do it. He called me this year. Shreveport doesn't have a team. Heart's still there, but you know what? I'm here now, and I'm here to help him, help the team, and the experience that I've gained along the way, and hopefully I can pass some on here.
So you retire in May of 2010, move out to Dallas in August. Then I hear you get a call from Craig Ludwig. And how'd that come about?
You know what? Your dream as a hockey player is to get to the NHL, and I retire, and I get a chance to go skate with the Dallas Stars. Cam McDonald's a good buddy of mine, and he called me asking if I would do it, and I said yes in a heartbeat. So it ended up Kari Lehtonen needed a break, and got a call from Joe Nieuwendyk, and history from there. So the last 2 years, that's what I've been doing.
So you're out there on the ice with these guys. I mean, what kind of thrill is that?
It was awesome. Honestly, it's kind of like here. I'm probably older. I was probably the oldest guy on the ice, so it was just felt like a dad figure out there. But it was pretty cool to be, get a chance to go skate with them.
Now you've been involved with the Dallas Oilers youth program. Tell me a little bit about that and how that's come about.
I love coaching the kids and giving back to youth hockey. I've had to cut back now that I've got a full-time job, but we're a new association the last 2 years, and we're trying to get kids in there and do it right and make it about them. It's not about us. It's not about the parents. It's about the kids.
Let's talk about Fonger a little bit. You came in, I think, if my memory is correct, about a year after he joined the Mudbugs, and of course you guys had a long and stellar career there, both of you. Fonger versus Muscat as a coach. Now you haven't really experienced him much as a coach, but what are the differences between these two guys?
We should probably do the similarities rather than the differences.
Mm-hmm.
Fonger played under Muskie for I think 7 or 8 years, and we always joke that when he left, I was leaving because I didn't want to be the longest reigning Mudbug there. But it turned out that he left and came here and turned things around here, and I ended up staying. But I mean, between him and Muskie, they're very similar coaches. They when they played, they worked hard. When they coach, they expect hard work, and they expect perfection. So, and that comes from hard work. So, and Fonger demands that of his players, and his players give that to him.
And you played for years against the Fort Worth Brahmas. After their year off, and Fonger comes in, takes over the team. What were the immediate differences you saw on the team? I mean, did you really see, a team that was built on, Fonger's personality?
They were built on the way he played,
mm-hmm.
and Fonger was a work hard, nose to the grindstone, and go to battle every night, and that's what the Brahmas have turned into. I know we used to look forward to playing the Brahmas because it was, I think we played them 10 times one year, and we were 10-0 against them. Now, I mean, when I was playing the last couple of years when Fonger took over, it was, we don't want to go play them. It was a battle every night. So, and that's what I see in this team tonight and last night is they battle every night. They battle for their wins. They battle for pucks, and that's how Fonger played, and that's what he demands.
07-08 season, you and John DeCaro had a pretty tremendous season, all around, and then you come into the playoffs and face Fonger's Brahmas. What was that like? Especially with the sweep in the playoffs.
Well, we knew that it was going to be a battle, and they just, they flat out outplayed us. They did the little things right, and we didn't. And I'm not going to sit here and defend myself or Johnny because neither one of us played well in that series. And playoffs is about goaltending. So I think Fonger's on the right page right now with Guggenberger. He's a very composed goaltender, and I think he can take him a long way.
How much you heard about Googs before you joined the team? What was your idea about what this kid was doing?
I watched him a couple times in Allen. Really didn't know much about him. Obviously I still keep up with the Central Hockey League, and I knew he was leading goals against average, save percentage. So he was doing something right. And Fonger, every time I talked to him, was, you got to see this goalie play. You got to see this goalie play, and he's right. He's very composed. Just goes out and does his job.
works hard, has great work ethic, in general, but the personality is a little bit different. You see this kid maybe as a skateboarder. If you saw him on the street, you might not think of him as a goalie, and he has a great personality, a little different than a lot of goaltenders around the league. What's your feelings about that? And
I mean, he's quiet in the room, but we've always been pegged as being a little different than everybody else, and he's real quiet, and you're right. He's got the long hair. He's missing a tooth. I mean, you just think he might be a skateboarder, but I mean, he goes out and does his job and does exactly what Fonger asks of him.
There's a kid. He's only going to be here this year. We know he's not going to be here next year. Realistically, he's got a great chance moving up to the AHL, and who knows after this. Coming in as a guy that's had a lot of experience, you've done a lot of training and everything. You think you're able to give some of your wisdom and some of your experience to him and kind of help him along with the path that he's taken right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm here for him. Kind of be a soundboard right now. If he had any problems or questions, I mean, especially coming down the stretch into playoffs, and with him being such a composed goaltender, you just keep him on the right path, and not to get frustrated when things don't go well, like tonight. He was a little frustrated, but that's going to happen, and it's how he reacts to it and bounces back, and he did that come the third period and overtime, and obviously the shootout, where the last 2 nights he hasn't given up a goal in a shootout. So I'm here if he needs me, and we'll move forward from there.
So looking at the Brahmas this year, definitely a team with an opportunity to go back to the President's Cup. It's a little bit early, of course, but is that an attraction too with rejoining the team? A chance to get another ring.
Well, honestly, I mean, I'm here as long as Fonger needs me. And he told me that that he thinks this team has a great shot to go deep into the playoffs, and I'm here to help him out. Fonger's a buddy of mine, and I would help him out in a heartbeat. So whenever he needs me, I'm here, and if that means going to the President's Cup Finals, hey, I'm here for that as well.
As a few people knew you were being pursued and wasn't sure if you were going to be signing, and news has reached Bossier-Shreveport area, and some fans have kind of made their way up now. But do you look forward to seeing some of the old fans coming up here, as they definitely will over the next several games and into the playoffs?
Yeah, and I know there'll be a bunch in Allen next week, and it'll be great to see them. We don't make it back, obviously, without hockey in Shreveport. You don't have that contact anymore, but it'll be great to see them, and I know they'll be out supporting not only myself but Fonger as well, and so it'll be a good reunion come next weekend.
So you haven't played for a while, but I don't think rusty is a word that would describe you at this point. I mean, you still, maybe if you got out there, it might be a little tough up front. But I mean, how do you feel? How do you feel? You can just get out there and you're ready to do it?
I'll be honest with you. Last night getting into the groove of things was a little much. I was a little nervous, and then today in warm up, things just started to click again. I mean, it's just. I talked to Craig Menard the other day, and everybody says it's just like riding a bike. You jump back on and away you go. So I'm excited. I'm ready to go again, and I'll do what I can to help this team.
So last question. You're on the flip side now. You're a Texas Brahma. As crazy as that sounds, but at the same time, when news was announced that you were going to be here, I don't think anybody could stop themselves from smiling from ear to ear, and that's a great thing. But it's still weird. Here's Ken Carroll in a Brahmas sweater. Does it feel odd at all, or do you just feel good and you're ready to do this?
Yeah, there's still some mixed feelings. I mean, I spent 9 years in Bossier, and like I said, I think it would be different if there was still a team in Bossier, and I can't say enough about playing 9 years there and winning a championship there, but this is I'm here to help the Texas Brahmas now, and I'll do whatever I can, and whatever expertise or wisdom I can pass along, I'll be happy to do.
Excellent. Ken, thanks for your time.
Awesome, thank you.